So for the most part, I see people complaining about VAC every day and how it's not working. But is it really not working? Hey guys, salut mes amis och hallå gubbar, Maxime here. So I've been thinking about Valve's anti-cheat and that many people complain about it. It's not a secret that people have been complaining since the beginning of time, but the main problem is probably not the anti-cheat system itself. And it wouldn't surprise me if it's actually not broken, believe it or not. But before you dislike the video because of how wrong that might sound, let me explain what I believe is the main problem and why Valve are in a tough position. Just let me explain. A guy on Reddit named Norse3 posted something quite interesting which I've been thinking about for a while now myself, which is also the reason why I wanted to make this video. Faceit and ESEA are using a client for their services. The main reason why is because they can implement their own anti-cheat system inside the client. However, the anti-cheat system is more intrusive, meaning they have access to some sensitive information on your computer. Most of us can agree that we are okay with this, as long as it prevents cheaters. But since they do have access to some, if not all your personal information, it's quite understandable why Valve would not want a similar system. They have a different approach on privacy. Valve understands that not everyone who plays CSGO wants an anti-cheat to have that kind of access. It could even be problematic on a larger scale. Basically, they can't afford to take any risks. So the anti-cheat system that Valve have built has to be 100% sure that the player is cheating and be non-intrusive, meaning it doesn't look into your personal information at all. This obviously means that they're very limited by what they can do to catch cheaters. Now, the reason why you may think VAC is broken could simply be the reasons that I've explained. So now that you know this, let me explain how VAC works as simple as possible. VAC is simply a system that checks for specific signatures. If the signatures from the player and the database match, it will trigger a VAC ban. This means that a cheat developer can change the signature of the cheat so it doesn't get recognized by VAC as a cheat. The only way for VAC to find it is by updating the database with new signatures and let Valve check it. You might think the system is fairly simple, but it makes sure that no one gets VAC banned by accident. However, Valve are not blind. They're still aware of the fact that VAC isn't a good enough solution, which is why they have implemented new systems like Prime, Trust Factor, and Overwatch. Have you done any Overwatch cases lately? If everyone did a couple Overwatch cases every day, it would really help get rid of most of the cheaters. But I can totally understand why you would prefer a third-party service. After all, it's in their interest to build one. If the players don't like the client's access to their personal information, they can choose to play the game normally if they want, without using their service and their client. So let me ask you a question. Would you want to use VAC if it had access to your personal information on your computer? Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and other social medias as well to see behind the scenes. I'll see you guys in the next one, and go bananas.